Hello, my name is Charles Martinez. I am going to be attempting A on the Circ O2 project here. The time and date is September 29th, approximately 9:52 p.m. And this setup is going to be pretty much similar to the setup before as far as the LEDs. With the wiring and the resistors are the same 560 resistors on the negative, and then we have the positive, the anode connected to the yellow, going into pins 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9. And on our other videos, this is the same setup pretty much from attempt C and attempt B. You will see that I do have a 220 resistor on the last one, and that's just because I didn't have enough. I only had 7 of the 560 resistors, so that's the only reason why I'm using that blue one there, the 220 resistor. But on this model here, or on this attempt A, I will be adding the buzzer or piezo, and I have connected to row 1 there is going to be the negative, and then I have the positive going to 10, pin 10 over here in the actual Arduino kit itself to pin 10. So yeah, in this attempt I'm going to be having it light up like normal as the previous attempts, except we're going to have the sound coming from the buzzer. And I did have the sound come on. I did it through the Arduino book. I learned about how to do that through the Arduino book and read that, and figured out how to make the sound. But I wanted to do something cooler or a little bit better for attempt A, and actually make a better sound. So I looked up in Google to see how to get different sound tones and whatnot, and I did find like a video game sound tone that I thought would be pretty cool to add. So when the lights light up and they go all the way to the top, we're gonna have our sound effect go off, and then the lights will turn off going back down, and then back up, and then our sound effect, and then back down, up, sound effect, and so forth. So in the coding here, what I did add for this one here to work was when I looked it up, it was under pitches. I needed to have a tab for pitches here, so I had to create a new tab because I do have the number sign include pitches.h, which pretty much is a directory, or it's going to be pulling from, and it's going to be pulling from this tab here called pitches. And it came with the coding, so you just plug in the coding under the pitches tab, and I created the pitches tab under this little guy over here. There's a little pull down, and you can create a new tab right there. And when it creates your new tab, you just name it pitches.h. You put your code in, copy paste your code, and then you go back to your coding, and then you'll add a couple of things here to our coding, which is the same coding from B and attempt C, except you'll see where I modified it here. I put some of them in stars here, which is the include or the number sign include pitches. Then we have the LED pin variables from the original coding, and then down here we are adding a constant integer buzzer equal to pin 10, pretty much equal to 10. So we're going to pin 10 with this one here on the constant integer. The void setup, all this is the original code that was explained in C attempt and B attempt. And let me just get you down to the coding that we did add, which is here, and I added it in between these. This is the no loop. So this one was written out, which was a little bit easier for me to see, so I could see when they were going on. So here the code is turning them all on, pins to high, and once we get them all high and they're all the way up to the top where the buzzer is, that's where I'm going to have the buzzer come in. And for this coding, it is a 1-up sound from Mario Brothers, and you're going to have tone, and then in parentheses buzzer, and then note E6 125, and then with the delay. And pretty much what all this is doing, all this code here, is pretty much just the sound effect. And that was of course a copy and paste from the internet that I found. That, like I said, I set this up originally with the code that they gave me in the book, and I thought it was cool to just hear it, but it's even cooler when you hear the sound effect, something you're familiar with. So so without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and verify the sketch It's verifying, and then we're good. And we'll go ahead and plug in the Arduino, and then we're going to go ahead and upload the code. And it looks like it beat me to it. So we're going to upload the code just to make sure it works. Then we have our send and receive go off, and now we have our Arduino going. And as like I said, when it hits to the very top, that's when we get that sound effect, or that one up from Mario Brothers sound effect. This has been my attempt A, and thank you for watching.